Hey, what's up you guys, it's your boy Drew here back again with another video for all you American soccer fans out there. And in this video, I'm just going to be raving about my personal favorite team in the MLS, team that I support the most because they're from my state and area, and that's the Philadelphia Union. So in this video, I'm going to talk about and rave about how good the Union are doing and whether or not I think they can keep their lead in the Eastern Conference. But first, as always, if you guys love soccer and you want to see it get the respect and growth it deserves in this country, then subscribe down below and be part of the change. You know, being a Philadelphia sports fan comes with a lot of ups and downs. Mostly downs rather than ups, especially for certain sports, like football and soccer. So, when you're a Philly fan, you get kind of hesitant when you're supporting your team who's doing really well. They're on their winning streak, they're top of the table, whatever. Because you know that they could do a Philly thing and just totally fall off and then disappoint all of us, and we're all sad again for getting our hopes up. But whatever. Let me give you a reference point, ready? So back like 2 years ago when the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, right? That same NFL season. Like, I'm not a big NFL fan, like I don't really watch it. I just watch the Eagles because of that season, because I got engulfed in all that, the Eagles support because the Philadelphia Eagles were actually doing really well. But while they were doing really well, like my stepdad was watching it consistently as always, and he was like, you know what, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. They're going to fall off. They're doing good, but I don't want to jinx it. And it seemed that everybody I was talking to who was supporting the Philadelphia Eagles was saying the exact same thing. Like, how long can it last? Like, are we just lucky? Blah, blah, blah. How are we getting to the Super Bowl? Oh, my God, we won the Super Bowl. And then before you know, like, they won it. So then the year after, it's like, oh, can we do it again? But they couldn't, so. Then they were back to the regular Philadelphia Eagles. So now that the Philadelphia Union is on this winning streak and they're doing really good, they're at the top of the Eastern Conference, a spot they've never really ever been able to finish at. But they're doing so good that it makes it look like they could potentially finish atop of the Eastern Conference. It makes me think back, like, you know what? Am I really going to keep... obviously I'm going to keep supporting the team whether they lose or win. But am I going to keep my confidence in them so much? Like, I'm so excited. You can hear it in my voice, see it in my face, and the way I'm talking. I'm so excited that the Philadelphia Union are top of the Eastern Conference. They're doing so well. And I'm going to talk about it in a second. Actually, let's talk about it now. So this last round of MLS fixtures brought a really big test for the Philadelphia Union in terms of, being able to keep their composure and their confidence and their form right now to stay atop of the Eastern Conference. And that was because they went away to play against Toronto FC. Now, Toronto FC is the same team who gave the Philadelphia Union their first defeat in their league opener at home 3-1. So now Philly's traveling to Toronto away from home, trying to keep this momentum and form going, trying to be showing people and like other MLS teams and fans that, yes, we're here to win this thing. We're here to go all the way. We're not going to fall off. They go to Toronto, and I myself was skeptical. The team wasn't playing well in the first half. Like, I was like, Toronto's really good at possession. It's hard for the Union to get on the ball and get control of the ball, control the game themselves. So I was worried. But nonetheless, we won 2-1 away from home, and I was like, wow, that's when it really hit me. Like, wow, this team is actually for real now. Like, they're really, really in this to win it. So let's look at how they actually got to be number one in the Eastern Conference. Ready? So like I said, they lost their home opener to Toronto, 3-1 at home. The second game, it was away from home. They lost 2-0 against Sporting Kansas City. And it took them 3 games to actually get 1 point on the board this season. That was away at Atlanta United when they drew 1-1. And then that's back then when Atlanta was really like in a deeper hole than they are now. And then after that draw with Atlanta, they seemed to really pop back into form, or really just blossom into the season they were going to have. They won 3-0 at home against Columbus, went away to Cincinnati, beat them 2-0, came back home to defeat Dallas 2-1, went to LA Galaxy to only lose 2-0, whatever. Bounced back after that first loss of the season at LA Galaxy with a 3-0 win over Montreal Impact, even when they were a man down, the Union were. Then after that, 1-1 draw against Vancouver, 2-0 win against Cincinnati at home, 6-1 demolition against New England Revolution at home, and then that brings us to this past weekend when they won 2-1 away from home against Toronto FC. So that's the way they got here. They've seemed to only lost 2 games away from home and 1 game at home. But since that loss against LA Galaxy, they haven't lost at all. They're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-game undefeated streak. Insane. And they've won 4 out of those 5 last games. The only other one they only drew, which was against Vancouver. So, now what that shows me is like, okay, they're doing good, but now, yes, Toronto FC was a really big test for the Philadelphia Union, but now if you look at their next fixtures in the league, you can see that they're playing against really big teams and dangerous teams that could give us some trouble. So the Union's next 3 games at home are against Seattle Sounders, who right now are 3rd in the Western Conference, with 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 draws away from home record. The second game at home for the Union are against Portland Timbers, who surprisingly are in 10th place in the Western Conference, playing mostly all their games away from home because of there's some reconstruction, and they're just building onto their stadium, so they haven't really played any real home games for Portland. So maybe that's why they're really down towards the bottom of the conferences. But regardless of that, I think even though Portland has lost 6 games away from home and have only won 3, I also think that Portland will still be an adversarial test. How would you say that word? A good test for the Philadelphia Union at home, because Portland still is a good team nonetheless, and it still makes me worried. Now the third team at home is against Colorado Rapids, who are winless away from home. They've played 5 games away from home, lost 5 straight games away from home. So coming to Philadelphia, I think Colorado will actually lose. I think maybe Union can actually grind out a win against Portland, and maybe if they play really well, get a draw against Seattle Sounders at home. So if they do that, I think that they're set for the season. Not set for the season forever, but they're set to be comfortable enough that if they have one bad game and they lose a game, they're not going to be panicking to be like, oh, I said we lost a game, now we're like 3rd place now. No, I think if they do well in these next 3 games and win these next 3 games at home, which they should, at least draw the one against Seattle, like I said, I think that they'll be in good position to keep their form atop of the table in the Eastern Conference, and maybe even get the freaking Shield at the end of the season for the most points out of all conferences put together. I'm just really happy to see this team doing really well. I think for it to do well, it's going to grow soccer here, not in Philadelphia, especially in the Pennsylvania area, like that, whole Eastern PA. I'm excited for that because we need more soccer fans here in Eastern PA. And I maybe since they're doing so well, I can actually get some work people from work. Hey, let's go to the Philadelphia Union game because they're actually doing really good. And Americans like to only support winning teams. So if they keep on winning, then there should be no problem. I mean, I should probably take all my friends to go see Colorado Rapids against Philadelphia Union at home in Philly, because I'm pretty sure the Union could actually win that game, and that'll be a good game to show some sports fans who are not soccer fans to get them into soccer. Know what I mean? Why I'm so out of breath. I feel like I talk so fast, so much. I don't know how to stop it. It's probably because I don't have a script. I just talk. I just talk out of my head. I think of a topic. I see something I want to talk about. I would jot down some notes so I don't forget to talk about those certain topics, and I just talk. And I think that's why I talk so fast. So maybe if you guys really hate my talking fast, I've seen some people say that I talk too fast or whatever. So if that really is a problem, I can totally slow it down, write a couple scripts, read it off that like a robot. That's cool with me. So anyway, shout out to Philadelphia Union, everyone involved, the head coach, all the players. David Akin was absolutely on fire this season, bro. You're killing it. Technical staff, everybody. Proud of you guys. I hope we keep it up. I hope we can keep up this momentum, this form, this passion to really get Philadelphia Union as a big team in MLS. It's possible, definitely possible. And that's how your boy Drew's going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for kicking with me. Don't forget to subscribe. Be part of the Drew Nation. I really don't have a name for everybody who subscribes to me. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for kicking with me. See you next time.